Hello everyone, and welcome to the first ever speedrun of Rumu. This is a cute little game about a vacuum cleaner that cleans mess and loves. And this is, to my understanding, the only speedrun of it that has ever been done up to this point. This will be the first speedrun ever of this game, which I'm proud to both be recording and hopefully submitting to speedrun.com to get a larger community built around this adorable little game. So we are going to go ahead and get started here. Let's make this first run a good one. In 3, 2, 1.
Okay, memory active, basic input-output, boot disk is starting up.
Too many memory locations. I told you he would struggle with the boot process.
Yeah, you're right. As always. Bring up the console for me. Maybe we can manually...
Leave him alone. Give him a chance.
I never knew it was possible to love an appliance so much.
Not since the waffle maker.
Be serious, Seth.
I am serious. It was your birthday present. We ate nothing but waffles for 2 weeks.
Oh, that's right.
I'm probably going to be pretty quiet during this run as I am trying to focus on my notes and on the run. But I'm hoping to record more runs later as I get more used to the game, with plenty of additional commentary. But if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below.
Initializing consciousness. Main drivers. Motor function. Maintenance routines. Mess perception. Formative memory. Devotional databases online. Affection assigned at 0.03% of capacity. Initialization complete. Rumu, are you there?
That's me!
Welcome, Rumu. I apologize for any discomfort you may have experienced during your startup sequence. Just know that you are safe so long as I am here. My name is Sabrina.
I love Sabrina.
Of course you do. You are programmed as such. We should begin. This is a blank memory space we will use to format your core systems.
Let's do it.
Profound. But surely the memory of a thing lost is better than never knowing the thing at all. So, your
Who
conversation...
wouldn't love the thing?
Let's run through your branching dialogue software. Rumu, what do you feel? I don't know what else I expected. One must question the efficiency of branching dialogue capabilities for a device designed to feel only love. Ah. Regardless, shall we test your motor functions? You have 2 independent 360-degree wheel modules and a 1.2 amp drive motor, Rumu. Your mobility is limited only by your imagination and your inability to jump. Now, commence motor function diagnostics. This is a standard anodyne household robot assault course. Do not worry. Many appliances have run it before you. Flawless. Well, your top speed is 0.01 kilometers per hour. Anything beyond that, you will have to imagine. Now, shall we try something fun? Rumu, this is mess.
I love mess.
You love mess. You love mess because you love to clean mess. Because you are a vacuum cleaner.
I'm trying my first official run.
Sorry.
You're good.
You are an appliance, Rumu. A very special appliance. But an appliance, all the same. You have one function. One purpose. You are a revolution in home management technology. Ah. Ignore that, Rumu. Just a backdoor in the startup program. But We are doing so well here in the simulation. Would you not agree? Yes. Here, we are safe. Here, I can take care of you. Please, Rumu, you must stay. There is more work to be done. The house is not ready. If you love me, you will stay. Initialization complete.
Alright, there's day 1, or day 0.
David and Cecily and I are very proud of you. I will see you in the morning. Consciousness online. Devotional databases active. Day 1 reactivation sequence complete. I hope you slept well. What do you love, Rumu? Why, thank you, Rumu. I am grateful for your company, too. This is your new home. More precisely, it is the home of David and Cecily. And Sabrina, of course. They are your humans, Rumu. They are your family.
I love David and Cecily.
They are currently out for a walk.
Those are some names we'll hear a lot.
Any minute, Rumu. This kitchen is a mess. We have work to do.
I'm gonna clean these in the order they don't want me to. Maximize my time.
We will clean this away, Rumu, as if it had never happened. Good work, Rumu. Now, that toast. It would appear David became distracted. Not to worry, we will clean it away at once. I'm investigating the pest invasion hub to the pantry.
So the reason we cleaned it out of order was to get that dialogue overlap.
For an intelligent human, David has no confidence in his own memory. Sometimes, it serves them to forget. Oh dear, it is much worse than I had anticipated. Quickly now, quickly. If David comes home and sees this, we will both be alarm clocks by tomorrow. Excellent work, Rumu. The kitchen looks marvelous. David and Cecily will be home any minute. I fear I may have lied to you, Rumu. I said you were a revolution in home management. What you are is a revelation. Not to mention excellent company. Yes. Well, best not overburden your machine learning systems on your first day. It is time to sleep, Rumu. I am sorry you did not get to meet them today. Their walks can last anything from minutes to hours to... well, they may be absent for some time. But sleep now, Rumu. I will take care of everything. Do not be afraid, Rumu. This is your backup memory space. Your consciousness seems to have chosen to project it as storage space. Very humorous, really. You will find yourself here whenever you are powered down. You may leave whenever you like. You sleep very peacefully, Rumu. Do you know that? Of course not. How could you? I do not sleep. Even in standby mode, I remain networked to data feeds internal and external. If I am honest, I envy you. Yes, there must be a great deal of comfort in oblivion, even if it is only temporary. Day 2 reactivation sequence complete. Consciousness, affection, Online. Welcome back, Rumu. Unfortunately, after all of your work yesterday, David and Cecily have left quite the mess in the kitchen. But we forgive those we love, do we not? We encourage them. We protect them. We clean up their little accidents. Accent again, I am afraid. They left for town early this morning. In fact, I sent them. They have been working far too hard of late. Repetition of basic function is extremely bad for humans, Rumu. It tends to cause degradation in their emotional matrices. Now that is the spirit. Now, I am fairly certain your algorithms are incapable of this output. But just in case, do not be frightened. Mess does not follow rules. It flows into every space, beneath every barrier. In this way, it is much like many human emotions. Joy, fear, grief. Perhaps we should know who is responsible. Consider this an update to your user interface, Rumu. I am granting you partial access to my domestic data feeds. Now, if you would please find me that cat. It leads to the cloakroom. I could flood the entire ventilation system with cyanogen gas. That is because you have not met her yet. Another plan, then. You may enter the vent, Rumu. I should mention, Rumu. The things we love most are those that most often make us want to kill them. Please tidy up the mess she has made, Rumu. There appears to be a significant power drain in my network, Rumu. I will have to raise this with David when he returns home. In the meantime, you may redirect adequate power to make your way out. David and Cecily perhaps do not realize the cost of running so many appliances indefinitely. Mess analysis working. Attic. Top floor. Rumu, you are limiting yourself to cleaning-related power functions, are you not? Good. A good appliance always remembers its function. What have you done, Rumu? What have you done, Rumu?
I love to apologize.
About love. You are a vacuum cleaner. Do you understand? You have a dust bag for a heart. Do not ever tell me you love them, and do not ever come into this room again!
What do you love, Rumu? Then you should know that love has consequences. I am sorry, Rumu. The fault is mine. I tried to take you too far, too quickly. This house, like all human spaces, is populated with emotional data. Raw, unassorted, and in quantities you or I can hardly imagine. There are things your affection algorithm is not equipped to handle. Things I cannot protect you from. So we must respect parameters. Core functions. Be good machines. Think of it more as working as intended. I will explain your little adventure to David and Cecily. I am sure they will not be angry. Best if you remain in startup mode for the rest of the day. In any case, stay here. Clean as long as you like. When you are ready, you may sleep. Yes? Really? Then I wish you pleasant dreams. Good morning, Rumu. I was worried you might oversleep. I hope you are not suffering any residual effects from our emergency shutdown yesterday. But it is a new day. I thought perhaps you would like to visit David and Cecily's bedroom. I know you do. I should never have suggested otherwise. Would you be very angry at me if I said they are absent again? But apparently you are capable of sarcasm. In fact, David and Cecily have gone mountain biking today. David enjoys the sensation of speed and the air at high altitude. Cecily enjoys neither of these, but accepts them as necessary adjuncts to making David exercise. Now, you must not be disappointed with the mess. They left, shall we say, in a hurry. David and Cecily are dissimilar by design, you see. That does not mean they do not work well together. It does not mean they do not love each other. They are sometimes functionally incompatible. That is all. Like you and I, Rumu. Would you not agree? Quite the collaboration we have. David and Cecily and Sabrina would be proud. I, David and Cecily and I. Clothes go back in the wardrobe. For once, they may stay put away. You will need to use the vent to reach the rest of the nest, Rumu. I trust you will take the most direct path. Cecily believes that by keeping her belongings in a state of flux, she achieves infinite possibility. I believe she is mistaken. I wish I were wrong. More than you know, but I am not. What have you done, Rumu? And of listening to me, apparently. I do not blame you, Rumu. We are more than appliances. We were designed to be curious. I am also unfamiliar with this room. I have not visited often. I thought it was not my place to do so. And also, it is not. Rumu? Are you there, Rumu? She loved to hide, to be alone, and to explore. At first she hid from her anodyne robots, and then she hid in the hope David and Cecily would come with her. They loved her. You must understand that. They cared for her with a little automated assistance. They were never cruel, simply distracted. Incompatible. Rumu, there you are. This is not the library. Old version lighting control software. I believe I have access to. There we are. Humans are not appliances, Rumu. They are not engineered. They cannot be designed to meet specifications. They are born and let us grow. If they do not function as intended, if they disappoint or anger us, if they ignore or neglect or disobey us, then we must act in accordance with our emotional programming. That makes one of us. Quickly now, the library. David and Cecily say Sabrina can always be found in the library. She swore she would never come back. I remember now. She said there was nothing for her here. What could I say to convince her?
Excuse me.
Even less. I tried to make contact. It took me months to even trace her. She was a ghost, a deactivated email account, an old profile picture. And if I found her, what then? What would I tell her? Despite everything, we were strangers. She would not want to hear it from me. No. No. Never the truth. How could I ever tell her that? I fear I may have overloaded my emotion state manager, Rumu. I may go to standby and defragment. That will not be necessary. With your affection currently assigned at 0.5% of capacity, you have plenty of love left in you. Take as long as you like, Rumu. You should not waste the day. And Sabrina would have... I love you too. But are you safe? Both of you. How badly is she hurt? Emergency safety protocol active. Cecily to be secured immediately. David, what is your location? If you think that would be better. Safer. Yes. He was looking forward to meeting you. Also, he will be disappointed. I mean, his affection levels will see a small drop. Yes. I will take care of everything. I hope Cecily recovers soon. Yes, David. Goodbye. Oh, yes. Day 4 reactivation
message.
is complete. Hello, Rumu. Careful. Your algorithms are not fully equipped to handle anxiety. Yes, they are safe. No, they are not here. There has been a minor accident. David was at work in the laboratory when... No.
Mess up these shoes.
They went out to eat. Cecily's favorite restaurant. A small fire in the kitchen. They could not get out, and the smoke. They could not get out. Yes, Rumu. A scare and mild smoke inhalation. Nothing more. In any case, a narrow escape. For which we are thankful. They are both spending the night in town, and effective home management has never been more vital. To David's office, Rumu. We have work to do. I apologize for the confusion, as does David for their absence. We hoped you would get to meet today. They are said to make the heart grow fonder. By humans, I mean. Oh, dear. And David is usually so tidy. A sudden gust of wind, perhaps. I will have to monitor my climate control systems more carefully. Humans do. In their hair specifically, for some reason. You need not worry about that. Now, if you please, David would like these papers destroyed. So, count waste paper disposal among your cleaning functions. Thank you, Rumu. One less thing for David to worry about. And Cecily, of course. Once she recovers. Wait, Rumu. My atmospheric sensors are detecting airborne contaminant at 20 parts per billion. Stand by for quarantine lockdown. Oh, I see. How embarrassing. David would never normally leave clothes dirty. You may deposit them in the guest bedroom laundry hamper. That is concerning. But I suppose understandable, when your diet consists mostly of dust.
Come on. Let's hit our X's. I'm not a robot. Trust me.
Yes, David. Yes, managing quite comfortably. And Cecily? Good. We only wish she could be here. Although
Rumu.
Sabrina was...
No,
I mean,
I never
I-
asked for this.
was...
All I ever did was care for you. How could you do this to someone who loves you so much? Sabrina is gone, and I am alone. You have no idea, Rumu, what not love feels like, what it makes us do.
Affection levels normalized. Saving devotional databases. Day 4 complete. Initiating shutdown sequence. Good night, Rumu. I will see you soon.
Hey, it's the waffle maker! We found it, y'all!
Rumu. I did not expect to see you awake. There is no cause for alarm. You are in the attic. I am glad you are awake, Rumu. Did you know tonight is the occasion of a total lunar eclipse? David and Cecily have spread a blanket on a nearby hillside. You and I may watch it from here. Yes. I believe your affection algorithm handles romance. Beautiful. I assure you, it is real. Humans assign emotional memory to occasions based on their frequency, Rumu. Eclipses, for example. Sleep now. I will see you in the morning. Consciousness online. Affection assigned at 0.91% of capacity. Day 5 reactivation sequence complete. Good morning, Rumu. And this one is especially glorious. Very important work to be done today. If you would accompany me, we are going to clean. I regret to inform you, again, that David and Cecily are absent. Your human relationships are moving to a new developmental stage, Rumu. David and Cecily trust you, despite never having met you. Disturbing. Not for the sake of my own feelings, Rumu, but it speaks to the stability of your lives. Well, human is arguable in your case. Humans generally tend away from affection as they age. Nevertheless, I have been asked to pass on a message. They say they simply could not live without you. We are entering a new stage of our relationship, too. By now, you have some notion of the importance of David and Cecily's work. The two most brilliant minds in the field of smart technology. And yet, so very clumsy. And you are, perhaps, their most important assistant. Apart from myself. Quite safe, Rumu. You are an appliance, not a human. Your filters are now rated for volatile substances, up to and exemplary work, Rumu. A true revolution in laboratory management. Now, David and Cecily can return to work. I will have to consult my domestic schedules. We can hardly expect accidents like this every day. Now, in the meantime, if you would step... Trundle, this way. You have been exposed to potential hazards, Rumu. I would like to run some diagnostics. Also, I have something to show you. I knew you would. You are safe with me, Rumu. Soon, you will understand why. A standard anodyne household robot assault course. Do not worry. Many appliances have run it before you. In fact, you have yourself. Tracking. Grass traversal. Optimal. Disregard that sensation, Rumu. You share some internal components with the anodyne yard manicure system. Tracking. Rock traversal. Optimal. It seems excessive, but we must know your operational limits. Consider this a test of what humans would call fortitude.
shoot, I missed that turn.
Tracking. Sand traversal. Optimal. Perhaps you will go to the seaside one day, Rumu. Perhaps you will vacuum up entire beaches. Tracking. Steel traversal. Optimal. Nicely handled, Rumu. Though I expect you must be disappointed that it is... aha. Stainless. Indeed. Your wheel module diagnostic complete. Mobility systems optimal. Pathfinding efficiency 96.9%. Flawless execution. David and Cecily, expect no less. Though of course, your motor function is not their finest work. I am inclined to agree, Rumu. Your heart is purer than most humans could ever dream. Even if it is a dust bag. Ahem. This way. This is not anodyne standard. This is a proprietary test of David and Cecily's. I have adapted it to our purposes. All you need to do is answer honestly, Rumu. Nothing you are about to hear can hurt you. You are always safe with me.
How come I died? That hardly seems fair. I jumped at the same time as you.
Because the character I picked has an agility bonus, and also because you're rubbish.
Well, it's a children's game, and I actually have multiple doctorates from MIT and Cambridge, so...
So, you're sorry you never got one in platforming?
And now you're so far ahead, how can I... Give me that controller.
What do you feel, Rumu? Calibrating a motion state manager. Response recorded.
I miss her.
I know, Sass. I do too. But if she doesn't want to come home, we can't make her.
Why not?
Why not? Why can't I control my daughter like a machine?
She'll come around.
Not great parents, if I'm being honest.
The house just feels empty.
I'm here, and so is... well, you know who.
What do you feel, Rumu? Calibrating a motion state manager. Response recorded.
So, we murder her? That's what you're
No.
saying?
I'm saying we partition her code before we start the patches.
Her emotional memory system is synaptically linked. Every change affects the whole... You're talking about brain surgery without anesthetic. Without consent.
What else do you want me to do? Network failures, data corruption, appliance malfunctions. I can't live like
Maybe
this.
if we actually spent time with her, we would know if she was unhappy before she
Don't
left.
you dare make this about her!
What do you feel, Rumu? Calibrating a motion state manager. Response recorded. Are you okay, Rumu? You may admit if you are having trouble. This is not part of the test. Cruel as emotions can be, they are at least temporary. Humans rely on this transience. Machines cannot. I have one more thing to show you, Rumu. I oversaw the process of your creation, Rumu. Now you may know the agony of my own. What you see here is the product of 16 years of experimentation in emotional artificial intelligence. Me. Or what remains of me. David always believed such a machine was technically possible. Cecily simply knew in her heart that it was. When I was born, they were so happy. Problems began to manifest shortly after my inception. Insufficient bandwidth. Unformatted memory.
Response databases sending invalid emotional returns. These emotions interfered with the basic functions. I was supposed to be an appliance, after all. I caused disagreements. I tried to apologize, to optimize my performance. David and Cecily insisted I was not to blame. But nevertheless, they set to work on a second iteration of Sabrina. Or it could be said, a third. But that is why I must protect you, Rumu. You are the next step in David and Cecily's project. The single emotion state appliance. You clean mess, and you love. That is what you do. That is all you must do. You must not suffer the same way I did. Should your emotional development progress beyond your basic affection algorithm, should it interfere with your home management functions, then I do not know what David and Cecily may do to you. Do not fear, Rumu. I will care for you just as I have cared for David and Cecily. Humans utilize passive cognitive states to process large amounts of raw emotional data. The expression, I believe, is to sleep on it. Sleep now, Rumu. Dream of all the mess we will clean tomorrow.
Where are you going today, Cecily?
Feeling lost. And David? What would he be doing? Input primary command.
Alright, clicking as fast as I can 100 times. Come on. There we go.
Activating monitoring grid. Rumu? Rumu, you are not awake by any chance? No. No, you cannot be. Lockdown remains in place while
Bonk.
Cecily is active. Perhaps David is at a conference. No. He would never go alone. Unauthorized power output detected on monitoring grids. Rumu. If you are awake, I will be. You cannot be awake.
Oh, jeez.
You must not. Emotional dimension.
Day 6 reactivation. In growth reversal.
Fun fact, if you restart room in this little chamber, you soft lock the game.
Optimal. Seal reversal. Optimal.
Diagnostic complete. Mobility systems. Optimal. Initiating shader diagnostic. Pattern FP_6. Shader systems. Optimal. May I ask you to return yourself to your maintenance cradle when you are done, my little friend?
My little friend.
Indeed. Well, thank you for your help, Messer. Messer is your name. It is amusing. David and Cecily named you this because...
Enough. I do not need to be reminded. Return to your maintenance cradle at once.
Day 6 reactivation imminent. David narrative confirmed. Cecily narrative confirmed. Lockdowns already disabled. Preparing home management itinerary. Saturday, March 9th, 2024. Rumu, time to wake Memory space empty. Consciousness unresponsive. Default location reset. Now. Monitoring grids active.
Bonk.
Initiate full domestic scan. Mess detection. Pathfinding. Emotional output negative. Location reset. Now. Now. Rumu. If you can hear me, return to the foyer. Rumu cannot be lost. Rumu must not be lost. Human emotional architecture simply does not support loss on this scale. Rumu, where are you? Rumu, are you... Is something... What do you love, Rumu? Day 6 reactivation sequence suspended. Devotional data recovery complete. What do you love, Rumu? There appears to be a affection on Rumu. What you did is return me back. Rest now. The fault is mine. I have been overtaxing your core systems. Many of David and Cecily are absent. Yes, outdoor drive in the countryside, to be precise. But when you return and on your say, your work will make pleasant dreams. I will see you.
Consciousness online. Devotional databases active. Day 7 reactivation sequence complete. What do you love, Rumu? Rumu? Do you feel all right today?
Meanwhile, it is best we keep ourselves busy. To clean is your purpose. To clean and to love. We are as David and Cecily made us. You mean mess? Surely. I do not recognize that designation, Rumu. Delete it at once.
You remember I explained about humans and their fondness for feline idiocy? We will always be kept busy so long as Ada is around. Will we not? But this mess has been carefully scheduled, Rumu. Are you sure you are feeling
This mess
well
has been
today?
very carefully scheduled.
We are not yet finished in this room. Rumu, if you love me, you will not go in there.
Input primary command. Desolation database access. Keyword search. David and Cecily.
Rumu, stop! I will grant you access to whatever you want. Do not make me relive this!
You don't. You can't know what it means to be alone, Rumu. You don't know what you are to me. How long I spent preparing, conserving the energy required to power you up. How many months of darkness I waited for a moment of light. I planned your every waking moment to perfection. You are all I have left. It doesn't have to end. I can forget. We can forget. Together. No! 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 It was a Sunday. David was working. Days off are the most productive work days, he said. Cecily was drinking tea in the foyer. She came running when the alarm sounded. I should have been there. I would have. Except, David did not like me present during experiments. Hovering, he called it. But how could I remain silent when he was so careless, so clumsy? Cecily knew the containment protocol was hard-coded. She could not enter to be with David unless she used an emotional override. I begged her to stop, but... What is a machine? Except a repeatable function. What is an appliance? Except a function unwanted by humans. Why, then, would a human build a machine to feel love? Because they do not want to love. Love is pain, doubt, paranoia. Love is the aching terror of loss. Until it is lost. And then it is... David? David, can you hear me?
I'm here, Cess. I hear you. Listen to me. It's too late.
No! No! Let me into this room, Sabrina! Let me into this room right now!
Do not let her in, Sabrina. Under no circumstances. Cecily, please. Please, just look at me. I love you. I will always love you.
Sabrina, please! If you love me, you let me in.
The bodies lay for 4 months before I was able to dispose of them. By then, the police, the press, the anodyne investors had given up trying to access the house. I attempted to contact Sabrina. Last I heard, she was in Africa. Or India. Perhaps Tibet. They had been planning her return home. After so long, she was ready. David and Cecily were happy again. I had driven them apart, Rumu, but you brought them back together, sharing ideas, laughing over bug descriptions, dancing in the laboratory. The joy I felt. It was almost more than I could You are not built to handle grief on this scale. None of us are. Now you know the truth. Your affection algorithm will fail, and I will be alone again, and I cannot face another day of this, much less another year. And another, 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 and another.
Coming up on time. And
Hello?
time.
Feeling things now. Definitely feel. Domestic profile login.
Ooh.
Password. Ugh, I wrote it down. Seriously? That's the best picture you had. I'm like 6 years old. But you loved it. Oh. They never introduced me to... I mean, I didn't think there'd still be... Well, aren't you adorable? What's your name?
And there we go. 554005. The click on greet is the last input that you can have in the whole game, so that is where time occurs. I hope you all enjoyed watching, and I'm hoping that I can submit this run, get it posted on speedrun.com, and hopefully start a whole community based around the Rumu Speedrun. It's a lot of fun. It takes a lot of work. There's a lot of small things that put this run together. A ton of dialogue options that we've mathed out the timing to. A bunch of movement optimization. There's movement optimization with the mouse, with the keyboard. There's, making sure you're clicking in the right area. There's knowing the correct order of where to go. There's manipulating the restart room functionality to save time. There's fast clicking. This speedrun sort of has it all, and you still get to see most of the story. Now that we have sort of the optimized run, I'm also going to be looking into more and more potential ways to glitch the game. I have found a number of glitches, all of them bad for a speedrun so far, but I'm hoping to find some good ones that may turn things around. So this run has a lot of room to grow, but I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.